everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. How are you all doing? Hope you are fine. Thank you for coming back. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, do well to hit the subscribe button so you get updates on every video I post going forward. Today I'm going to be telling you all the updates you need to know as an overseas registered nurse aspirant or as a registered nurse in the UK, and all you need to know about registration and how COVID has affected nursing in the UK during this period. First and foremost, I'm going to start with registration in the UK. As registered nurses in the UK, you all do know that we are expected to pay our retention fees every year by £120. Apparently, there has been petition gathering a lot of signatures that this registration fee for the year 2020 should be waived. The executive chief of the NMC, Andrea, has come out to say in her blog statement, appreciating you wonderful nurses for the good work you do and the hard work that you're doing. However, she said that doing this is not actually appropriate. Every registration body, every professional body pays a fee, and this money is rather very important for the smooth running of the NMC, and as such this money is not going to be waived. However, if you feel the money is too much for you to pay once, you can pay this money in installments like I've mentioned in my previous video. Secondly, for nurses who are on maternity leave, as you know, the NMC is trying to build up the register to bring in more people and more hands to help. So if you are a nurse who is on maternity leave and is thinking of coming back to work to help during this pandemic, that's so very kind of you. However, you need to contact your employer so you can understand the policies guiding maternity leave and ensure that you've spent enough time at home before thinking of coming back to the hospital or to care. Personally, I think that you should focus on taking care of your little baby and your family. You always have the whole time in the world to take care of people, trust me, and this period you need to be selfless for your family and that little baby that you have at home. That's my own two kobo. But then if you feel you want to go back, the choice is yours and the door is open. All right, okay, next on my list is talking about people who are wanting to return to practice. These are categories of people who are on the register who are not in active clinical practice. So a nurse who is trying to return to the register, your name is on the register, you've maintained your registration, but you're not in active clinical practice and you're thinking of coming back into active clinical practice, this is very possible. There are guidelines for Wales, Scotland and England on the NMC website that you can go to and follow all the processes that will involve you having to come back into practice, work for specific hours, do probably some tests, even some CBT examinations, yes, even for people who are returning to practice, and then you get yourself back into clinical practice and into registration and work fully as a nurse in the UK. And in my subsequent videos, I'm going to be talking about nursing associate programs in the UK and how you can tap into those programs. If you are someone who is interested in nursing associate program, especially if you come from an overseas country where nursing associate is regulated and has a basic study part as it is in the UK. Moving forward, for overseas nurses who are trying to get a registration in the UK and are writing their CBT or OSCE examination, as you all might as well know, presently no CBT or OSCE examinations are going on. They are suspended until further notice. However, if you have your OSCE examination cancelled or your CBT examination cancelled, do know that when all this is over, you can have an option to rebook your examination without paying any extra fees. And if you are in any country of the world, you can check up in your country and see if CBT examinations are still holding or if there is even allowance for you to move around at all. And if it is possible, you can go ahead and do your CBT. If it is not possible, then do wait for the right time to do your CBT when all the lockdown and the restrictions are lifted. Now, validity of your CBT examination. As you might as well know, a lot of people have done their CBT examinations, and the CBT examinations has a maximum of 2 years validity from the day that you wrote it for you to have passed your OSCE and have a registration as a nurse in the UK. However, because of all this COVID situation, most people are not able to do their OSCEs. The NMC has said they have extended the validity period of these CBT examinations to 6 months. every CBT certificate that is expiring between 1st of March and August 2020, all of those CBT certificates have been given an extra 6 months expiry validity. That is to say, your CBT will not expire until after 6 months from March and until after 6 months from August, if that makes any sense to you. So you do not have to worry that your CBT is going to expire before you do your OSCE. The sole reason why this was done is so that you can have enough time to write your OSCE examination and get your registration out of the way. And as you might as well know, immigration status of nurses who are in the UK who are waiting for their OSCE examinations might as well also be expiring. And as you know already, the UKVI has said till the end of the year, December 31st, 2020, your visas have been extended to the end of the year, so you don't have to worry about your visa expiring till the end of the year. This also gives you room to do your OSCE examinations when all this is over, and to also get a registration as a nurse. Another bone of contention is revalidation for nurses who are already registered in the UK. So if you are a nurse who is already registered and holds a valid PIN in the UK in active clinical practice, due to revalidate your NMC practice, or you are due for revalidation between March, April, May and June 2020, the NMC has extended your revalidation dates by 3 months. So for everyone whose revalidation is due to occur between March, April, May and June 2020, automatically you have 3 months extra to prepare your revalidation documents and submit your revalidation application. How nice is that? Very, very interesting. So if you fall into any of this category, do well not to worry. You're going to get the auto reminder emails that are going to tell you to revalidate at the right time. However, the NMC has said to disregard those emails. They are just automatic generated emails that are sent to you to remind you of the revalidation, but in real essence you have 3 months extra to apply for your revalidation and submit your revalidation application. Also, another important thing I'd like you to do for me is to go in the comment section and comment on all the difficulties that you are going through as a registered nurse in the UK presently in your place of work, and what you think you don't like that is happening. Let's just have a discussion of how this whole situation is affecting all of us. Okay. Comment down below what your difficulties have been during this period. Let's have a discussion of how to help ourselves, because a problem half solved is half coping with stress during this pandemic. So if you're a nurse who has a lot of stress, physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever kind of stress you're going through at work, a place of work, so your thought process, we all need a good mental health to work. So if you're going through any of these challenges, we have a lot of websites on the NMC that you can go to, or even well-being in your place of work, just to talk about it and just let it go, because you need to really be in the right state of mind to care for anybody. All right, so do well to use all those resources that are made available to you. And like I did mention earlier, comment down below what your struggles are. Let's see how we can help each other. What I'd like to talk about is refusing to care for a patient if you feel your health or the health of a patient is at risk by you taking care of them. Now, I know this can be a great dilemma for every nurse, because this situation is one that is rampant, especially in this whole pandemic. Now you may be deployed to go work in a particular ward that is designated, and you feel like your health will be at risk. Probably you have underlying health issues or anything that you think can predispose you to not practicing safely. Now the NMC has come out to say that if you feel in any way, though the standard and the code has said you should give care to people in appropriate situations, that if you feel that your care or your health or that of those that you're caring for is going to be affected and you're not going to be given a safe kind of care to the patient or to those you're caring for, then you should speak up with your manager so they can discuss these things and find a way to solve this situation. So do not be quiet. If you feel in any way or by any means that you are being placed somewhere that you should not be working, or that you are placed in a place that is affecting yourself, your health physically, mentally or emotionally, please do not keep quiet. Speak out to your managers or to whichever person who is involved with your welfare in your place of work, so that the appropriate measures can be put in place so that you can practice safely and give your quota during this whole situation. And last but not the least is the COVID-19 temporary register, which was put on live by the NMC earlier this year. Now, you all know, as overseas nurses, any overseas nurse who has gotten to the level of the OSCE examinations is deemed ready to be put in a COVID register. So the NMC has sent emails to qualifying nurses and ask them to join the register. A lot of people are on this register already, so do well to join the register. And if you have any problems, you can always send an email to overseas registration at nmc.org and you'll answer all your questions. And for as many who are already with their PIN and working on the temporary register, remember to work safely, work within the code, work within your limitations. Don't do more than you can do. If you have any problems or any questions, do well to ask your managers or anyone who is above you and who is also supervising your practice. Okay, for nurses who write their OSCE examinations after December 2020, hopefully when the centers are open, the UKVI has said if you pass your examination first time, you have until March 31st, 2021 to pass your examinations. That is 3 months from December after the lockdown is over to pass your examination. That is all from me for today. If you did like this video, do like, share, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Remain good, remain peaceful, beautiful, stay safe. I love you all. Bye.